All right, welcome back, guys. We got another market check-in on fancy serial numbers. Hope everyone's doing well and that you're having a good time with the hobby of searching through your paper money. Still numismatics, folks. So we have approximately 15 to 20 listings, all from about the last day and a half, that we're going to recap here. So I would say definitely, the market it's picking up steam, and I would imagine that this is going to go on through the holidays, with a lot of strength, and it's good to see. It's good to see that folks are finding something out there, and considering the BEP is constantly printing notes every single waking day, that we're just going to continue to see new, fresh bills come out in the marketplace and in circulation. So that's kind of the good news to all this. Excuse me. A few little ground rules. We don't focus on anywhere on here on graded notes. I usually don't recommend it, considering it's expensive to send out some of these pieces to a PMG or PCGS banknote. You're better off just trying to sell it the way they are. And the good news is that the market has embraced these notes for what they are. So if you have a recognizable fancy serial number pattern on your note, then collectors will just buy it for what it is and pay you whatever the market value is for the note, which could be quite a bit. And I don't know. That's it. That's really only the only ground rules I have. Now, people are finding these obviously by going to the bank and asking for them. All right, so go to the bank, ask for straps of ones, twos, or fives. I always tell folks focus on the lower denomination notes because you will make more money off of those. And you'll see why here in this video, so stay tuned. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start things off here with this 2017 A Series Ace featuring, it's a trinary, even though it's not labeled as such in the listing. I think that this note sold really well for what it is and for its condition. So we have a trinary, three, fours, and eights. And the beauty part of this is it's a six of a kind or six in a row of fours right in the middle of the serial number. So that's very attractive. People will tend to pay more money on something that has more eye appeal, and this one certainly has that. In spite of fours not being the most beloved number, I suppose. So this one ended up selling for $22.50. As you can see, this one was in a traditional auction, so it's 8 bids. And people do charge shipping. Some will do free shipping, some will charge a few bucks. But keep in mind that while I'm not going to talk about the shipping throughout this video, that is an integrative part of the cost of ownership of the note. All right, so we could see all those fours socked up right in the middle there, and then you have a 3 and 8 on the ends. I mean, yeah, a pretty well circulated piece. Nothing too crazy. Put it between a couple books and it'll come out nice and flat. All right. Next one that we have here, our first low serial number, this time on a 2013 $20 bill. This one sold for $33 with one singular bid. And thank goodness that they sold it for at least $33 because guess what? It's a $20 bill. High denomination. The higher denomination, the your net profit will shrink on those type of serial numbers. So, as impressive as the low serial number, because it's 5 leading zeros and it's a 3 digits, 757. It's like an airplane. That's cool. It does. Sometimes it doesn't matter because a $20 bill will gobble up a lot of the net profit. Because you have to take into account that this note costs $20 to own, even though it's your money. So, that notwithstanding, note's in pretty good shape. It does have a hard centerfold, a little bit of blue teller ink there on the top margin. But overall, pretty decent. So $33 profit on this one. And there's shipping right there, $5. Net profit probably $6-7 on it. Nothing too crazy, but just realize that it did sell for over face value. So next one that we have here, it's actually a very neat serial number pattern, and it's a play on a traditional ladder note. Ladders are 0 through 7s, 1 through 8, things like that. This one shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. So in a way, it's patterned in order from least to highest. But the caveat being that there's 3 4s and not 1 4, to continue on the serial number. But someone did manage to pay $10 for the note with 2 bids. So, hey now, that's 10x your money. And they did charge $5 for the shipping. So let's go ahead and take a close look at this. Nice that they used the close-up of the serial number as their main photo. It's a 2017 Series Ace. And again, a very nice worn example here. All right, so it's par for the course. It's what we normally see in circulation as far as grade is concerned. Next one that we have here is a pretty neat one. Star Note number 1. I'm sure we could all see that. It's a true binary, so 0s and 1s in this one. And it's a 2013 Ace that sold for $27, 19 bids. Very nice bidding. Not too bad considering the grade of the note. You got a nice hard centerfold there, and some general circulation and soiling throughout the note. So yeah, not too bad. And true binaries, 0s and 1s, are very, very popular out in today's marketplace. And the higher the condition, and if you get into hybrids like true binary repeaters or true binary repeater radars, which you can have all 3. Trust me, that is the thing. Those things have sold for $500 to as high as $1,000. So, pretty cool one there. We have a binary, 7s and 6s, and they're all grouped together, which is cool. So we have solid 7s, solid 6 of a kind 7s, or 7 in a row, and a couple of 6s to end things off there. Just think, this note is 11 digits away from solid 7s, and that would automatically make this note worth $1,000 to $2,000 in nice shape. So this one right here, folks, $35 was the sale price. Nice note. There's not a ton of wear on this one. One or a couple folds in the middle. There's your serial number, very attractive, and a pretty decent sale there. Here is a trinary, and they call it a quad double low serial number. All right, $11.50. And it's a 2013 series, Ace. And it is a low serial number because it leads off with 4 zeros, and then you have a pair of 2s, pair of 4s. So that's really cool. It's not a double quad by definition. Double quad is 4 of the same number starting out, and then it ends with 4 of the same number. So it could be 4 1s, 4 2s, as an example. This one is probably just more a trinary, low serial number. It's just the way it's arranged on the line here is just really, really clean. I like that. And then again, another circulated piece. So $11.50. Next one that we have here is quite impressive, if I say so myself. So it's a binary radar. So $79.99. A couple really nice numbers on there. A pair of 8s, 4 9s, and a pair of 8s. So yeah, it reads the same way through the first half of the numbers, first 4 numbers, and then it mirrors that to finish it off. So there you go. These notes do not need to be in perfect shape. And you'll notice that a lot of people have been finding them on 1s. A lot of 1s and 2s and 5s because they understand, and they probably watched me. I don't know. You're going to make the most amount of money on the low denoms because this note on a $20 bill will still sell for $80. So just keep that in mind. Next one that we have here is this one was actually a steal. All right, and part of this one could be how high the shipping cost is because $8.99 is outrageous for this. And the pictures kind of hold it back. So it did sell for $4, $9 for shipping. Standard shipping, they don't even guarantee you priority mail. All right, like get your shit together here when you're doing the shipping, okay? Because that's a true genuine ripoff, and that's why you only got $4 for the thing. I'm willing to bet that this is going to be sent out ground advantage. It's going to cost $4, or if they really wanted to do the good old snake oil, shipping option, they can do plain white envelope for $1.11, and then they're going to profit the other $8. Which I've seen. I actually had something sent to me that way. They charged me like $7 for shipping and sent it in a plain white envelope. So there you go. The pictures, they're not cropped properly. They're not centered properly. You gotta have to squint your eyes a little bit to look at it. But it's binary. Excuse me. Threes and twos in there. Uh, yeah, I mean, had a lot of potential. That one flamed out pretty quickly there. We have Ronald bringing up some more of the six of a kind ones here. Like I had mentioned, I think he did find the strap with all these numbers in there. So this one's six ones and a pair of threes on this 2017 Deuce. This is a $2 bill. $78.29, 22 bids. Very impressive. And these are all crispy, uncirculated, crackling fresh, beautiful, straight as an arrow. Love that design. He also sold a few of them. He sold like four or five of them, I believe, here in the last day or so. Here's one with the double fives at the end there. And again, I'm not gonna touch the note to see the whole thing, but $66, 26 bids, another crackling fresh note from the same pack. Ronald also threw out a very nice looking low serial number star 324, showing VFXF, so we'll look at the note here momentarily, but $68, 18 bids. This guy is kind of a celebrity on eBay. He's been selling a lot of these fancies. There you go. I mean, the note appears like it has no circulation wear whatsoever. So, it might have a slight centerfold in there, from what I could gather, but overall, just a really pretty looking note. Coming up next, Ronald also had another binary here. Ones and twos, all arranged quite nicely. $43, 22 bids, and this is a high grade specimen right here. So very nice, crackling fresh deuce with decent margins on the front and back, and a really good sale there for $43. Coming up next, we also have from Ronald again. When his stuff sells, they're all grouped together in archives, so it's pretty easy to see. And he lists new stuff daily. That's crazy. Binaries, fives and sevens. There's some more of those sevens again. This is a $20 bill, sold for $60. Um, and then there's that question. I mean, if you found something like this on a 20 or 50, it's hard, right? It's hard to make that determination of whether or not you should spend it or save it, so that way you could flip it. Um, Me personally, I would save stuff like this because it did sell for 3x face, but they don't all do that. If this was a radar or a four-digit repeater, or maybe just a binary. This is arranged perfectly because all the numbers are grouped in like parts there. So all the sevens are together and both fives are together. 27 bits. Again, a very nice, I suspect, a pretty nice grade here. You have a little bit of a staining or something here on the right side. A little bit of circulation wear. Technically, it's look at it, it's probably a net VF with the mustard or ketchup stains that are currently on the note. And then he did the right thing. You're not supposed to clean notes, okay? The paper just doesn't turn out the same way. If you attempt to say put a little soap on there and then scrub it with warm water, it actually does more harm to the note than good. Plus, you also get that unsightly paper wave, like it was wet at one point. Now, this is cool, and this is another way that you can approach all this. Okay, so we have what I consider to be a rather marginal fancy serial number, 1,000, 4,000, and it's a pair. So the numbers match on each of the notes, even though the block are different. So you have an FJ block and you have an ED block. Um, but it'd be really cool to find a matching other note regardless of denomination and series date. It's just finding another one with that same serial number, which they did here. They're imperfect. Like this one here, this was a 1995. I believe the other one's a 2017. So, anyways, the big sales pitch here is that if you have a matching set, 115 bucks, you know? And as long as the serial number is attractive, like you could try and pair up two notes that have some wonky serial number that doesn't make any sense or, to you or anyone else. And they won't sell as high as what this one did because it's, the way the numbers are with the thousands is really cool. Well, here you go. This is a great example of how a high denom can affect your overall bottom line. $50 bill, birthday, serial number, $59 sale with one bid. So check out that that serial number though. That is crazy. That's New Year's Day, folks, in 1984. So 0101 1984. Wow, that is impressive. That between this one and July 4th, they're two of like the toughest ones to find. And I would say probably Christmas as well. The 1225. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a New Year's Day note there. And I mean, again, this note probably had a whole world of possibility on a dollar bill or maybe even a deuce. But 50, that's kind of a tall order there to fulfill. 59 bucks. So maybe $2 in profit there. Much like the first note that we saw to kick off the show, we have this 2013 Ace with another trinary. You have two different numbers on the front and back of the serial number, so the bookends, I guess, is what they call it. But it's six in a row ninths, and it's $14.38, 12 bids, very impressive. 10 years ago, no one would give this note a second look. They wouldn't. This was not in the annals of what we consider to be highly marketed, targeted, fancy serial number collector's piece. So good there. Here is a looks to be a binary radar. So yeah, nice little duo there. 3775, five bids. Check this out. 2017 A Series Ace. Sevens and fives. And I like the way the numbers are arranged. So 7557, and it repeats it twice. So in reality, it's a binary, it's a radar, and it's a repeater. All right. In the perfect world, that's kind of how it all looks like. And it does have a little bit of circulation wear. Nothing too crazy. I mean, this note has a lot of body and crisp to the paper. See that top right corner has a little bit of maybe a corner fold or wave there. And overall, yeah, just a really beautiful looking piece there. All right, so this is about as much as stretching it for a low serial number as I would get. And it did sell admittedly, for $15.50 with four bids, but it's a five-digit serial. Yeah, I don't collect these. I generally toss these back. Now, I might change that tune after seeing this sale. They don't all sell like this, so maybe this five-digit serial number here has maybe kind of a different meaning to the person that wanted to buy it. But there was four people that did bid on it as well, so there is that. Here is another binary, sixes and fours this time around. 2017, what looks to be an ace, and it sold for $10.53. Eight bids. This is kind of a bargain. Kind of a bargain. I usually see these for 15, $20. So yeah, whoever bought this, saved a few dollars. And note is in pretty decent shape too. It's nothing too crazy or destructive looking, where it's got soiling and all that great stuff. So there you go. Just in case you're wondering, these type of notes sell for that too. Here is this is like minimal. Five in a row sixes, $10 with $5 shipping. So that was a buy it now. You could certainly set these up to be buy it now type listings. That'll help you out tremendously. And yeah, that's proof in the pudding right there, folks. That just five of the same number grouped together like this will sell. So there you go, $10, pretty good. Low serial number on this 2017 Ace. It's an A series, by the way. Featuring a number of 768, $20.50, five bids. There you go, a little bit of a close up for you. Circulation wear. It's got the hard centerfold, like most of them do. But yeah, really good looking one right there. So $20.50. A little bit on the low side. I've seen some of these sell for about double that really easily. Circulated. $100 bill, geez. But good numbers here. It features a bunch of eights and a couple of fours. $188.84 sale on this C note, and can't tell. It's probably a 2013 or 17 series. But check out the serial number. It's not a radar or anything like that. It's just a binary, but six of a kind eights, one of the popular numbers out there. Again, you would almost have to sell it for this amount of money in order to make, 50, $60 off of it, and they did that just perfectly. And the last one that we have here that we're going to end things off on for the night is going to be a seven in a row threes. Okay, so it's our only seven of a kind or seven in a row tonight. We might add one other seven in a row or seven of a kind tonight. But very attractive looking note, so best offer was accepted. Let's go ahead and copy the listing because we are going to take a look at how much this thing sold for by using 130point.com. There you go. A great looking note. It looks crackling fresh from my eyes. And there you go. So we're going to go to search eBay sales. And then just copy and paste that listing title here under the search and then hit submit. And original ask was $99.99 and they accepted $94. Wow, that's pretty good. Not too shabby. So there you go. $94 sale on that one is about what I would expect for these sales activities. So, folks, that is the last note for the night. Hopefully, this one was able to get kind of like the excitement and the passion and the raw fury of wanting of wanting to go out to the bank and actually look for these. And just get a couple straps here and there. You don't have to go crazy if you don't want to. Although I do know people that go to a bank and they order thousands of dollars in $1 bills. That could blow up in your face. I just want to say that. Because the banks are kind of, they're taking a really close look at the cash activity that people are doing, like withdrawals and things like that, for like money laundering and all that great stuff. So just be cautious. You don't want to lose your bank account because of me and telling you to go and you know, pick up some dollar bills. That's stupid. So just don't be too greedy. There's plenty of this to go around, and you'll have fun doing it regardless. Quick little note before we head out. I have three whatnot auctions this week. Tomorrow night, I am going to be selling strictly these unsearched 1940s Lincoln wheat cent rolls. Okay, so they feature coins from the 1940s and then earlier. You know, there's 30s, 20s, teens, and I think I saw a few 09s in there. Um, so this was a recent acquisition. It is all truly unsearched. I just don't have time to go through this stuff. So I spent the better part of like 3-4 hours last night wrapping them into roll paper so that way they're ready to go for the sale. So, and I have a sale on Thursday for NFL sports card singles. I actually have some around here somewhere. So we're going to be doing that on Thursday. And then Friday, we're doing our regularly scheduled weekly US type coin signature auction. All right, so come check that out. By the way, I'll have the referral link. If you want to join up for the first time, you can grab $15 in usable credit towards your first purchase, courtesy of Blue Ridge Silverhound. So, you know, that's the least I could do for you. So I hope to see you at one of these shows, and thank you guys for all the views and support. I hope you guys have a tremendous evening and rest of the week, and I will see you guys later. All right, have fun in the hobby.